Well, hello there, crafty friends. Suzanne here in the studio today with cards, and more cards. I've been catching up on using some scraps from my scrapbooking, and as usual, I've been turning to Call Me Crafty Al. Here is her March sheetload of cards, and here are the cards I made from it. Let me zoom in real quick. Didn't this turn out sweet? This is an old, very old Sizzix stamp and die set. Christmas Blessings with the Little Angel. This pattern paper here, die cuts with the View Cozy Noel, which I used a few months ago, has sort of a rose gold. And so when I was trying to add some gold accents to the wings or the halo, it just didn't look right. So I opted to go just plain. But then I did make her dress look real gauzy with alcohol markers, and I made her a brunette. Here's another version with different papers. And a third here, because we had some petal pink in this, I made her dress pink. And then for the inside, here is the sentiment, and that comes from the God's Peace stamp set by Stampin' Up. So I had enough of these for the Christmas for our church shut-ins, so that's another thing off my crafty list to do. There were also some Santa papers, so I made some secular cards as well. Here we have Santa and then these snowflakes. And here I did actually add the gems. The Ho 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 is from Stampin' Up's Perfectly Plaid. And then on the inside, this sentiment is from Stampin' Up's Christmas Magic, which I believe is the one I might have used last year. So I love, Christmas cards that don't take a lot of stamping because I send a lot of cards out. Here's another version with the two papers switched. All right, so then I was ready to move on to the April sheetload of cards. Let me pop that picture up here real quick. And then I had to do a little bit of changing up on this one because I was going to use these 3x4 journal cards as my tags. So I obviously had to put this layer on top. And then I simplified this layer. They had cardstock and then paper centered on top of it. So I just went this way. So I think that turned out real cute. Again, we've got that rose gold. And here I've added 3 little dots. So because there were all kinds of different cards, or 3x4 cut aparts, got peace, Merry Christmas, Merry and Bright, and then this one, because it had a border around it, I didn't cut it into the tag shape. So there's that. Okay, then while I was in the mode of using up 3x4 cut aparts on the front of cards, I remembered that I had this Christmas cheer pad from Photoplay, and I had used about 2/3 of this up, so I had about 1/3 of it left, and a lot of these papers were 2 3x4 cards and then 2 1x6 strips on one side, and then usually just a whole pattern on the other. So this lent to some really quick pattern following cards. So here's my pattern. I've just taken 2 of those strips and crossed them here off center, and then added the card and then some red bling. And then inside is that same Christmas Magic sentiment from before. So I managed to make enough of these Christmas cards that I have now finished for 2025. I am ready to go. I will just need to do envelopes and labels and then write them out. These are lots of fun patterns. And I like this deep, deep red with the black and the white and a little bit of gray. Very pretty. Okay, well, that's it for today. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. Bye for a bit.